Dear Jaman Kamelovich Kosim, dear friends, allow me to once again warmly welcome you to Moscow, to the Kremlin, for a state visit. As we discussed yesterday, such things are also important. Besides all this, we see what a representative delegation has arrived in Moscow today, including members of the government and representatives of business. Our relations with Kazakhstan are steadily developing, and practice and experience confirm what is written in our fundamental documents. Kazakhstan and Russia are each other's closest partners, friends, and reliable allies. This is confirmed by concrete actions. Russia is one of Kazakhstan's leading trade and economic partners, ranking first in terms of investment. Last year, I believe our trade turnover was 27 billion, over 27 billion, 27.8 billion. This year, for the first 9 months of this year, it's already 20 billion. As for investments, they are also measured in billions. I believe approximately 27 billion. A large number of Russian companies are operating successfully in Kazakhstan. Kazakh businesses are expanding their operations and actively working in Russia. We have good prospects in this regard, as we have planned projects which also amount to tens of billions of dollars if we calculate them in dollar equivalent. But overall, we have achieved a situation where almost 100% of settlements are conducted in national currencies, which is encouraging as it creates conditions of stability for economic participants. We are actively working internationally and are members of our regional organizations. I won't reread them all. We still have regular meetings to meet with you. And we still have to meet at the CSTO forum in Bishkek, and then in St. Petersburg for our traditional pre-New Year meeting with the CIS leader. So we have a busy program, and it's being implemented. A memorandum has been prepared based on the results of your visit today. And it demonstrates that we are elevating our interstate relations to an even higher level. We are delighted by this. We are committed to further developing our relations with Kazakhstan, and I must say that we are succeeding. When I say everything, I also mean interregional ties. Nearly 10 regions of the Russian Federation are actively working with virtually all regions of Kazakhstan. Today, we are communicating online in Uralsk, Kazakhstan, with our colleagues, who are meeting there to review the current year and outline prospects for cooperation between the regions in the near future. And of course, our humanitarian ties are actively developing. All this is happening on the basis of interpersonal relationships, on the basis of everyday interactions between people. There's an exchange of delegations and exchanges of groups. Today, we'll be at the Bolshoi Theater, listening to Kazakh artists. And on a day-to-day level, everything has been developing since the Soviet Union, when we were part of a single state. There are so many connections at the everyday level, mixed marriages and mixed families. This makes us happy. We use everything we inherited from the past to our advantage and look forward. We are very pleased with your visit and are confident it will be held at the highest level. Thank you.
Thank you, Vladimir Vladimirovich. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for the exceptional hospitality shown during our visit. We have seen firsthand how meticulously the Russian side prepared, considering literally the smallest aspects and nuances of this event. For us, the state visit to the Russian Federation is perhaps the highlight of this year. We carefully prepared for it, holding consultations across ministries and agencies, as the scale of our cooperation is truly unique. There's not a single area where we haven't interacted with the Russian Federation and collaborated. You've just provided a detailed analysis of what's been accomplished and what remains to be done. It's difficult for me to add anything to this, but I'd like to point out that a truly strategic partnership, an allied relationship between our countries, isn't just a figure of speech or political politeness. It's truly the essence of our cooperation, and we take our commitments regarding the documents we've signed very seriously. Yes, it's true that sometimes differences of opinion arise, questions arise, but life is impossible without them. And it's gratifying that solutions are found for all the issues that appear on the agenda, at working meetings, and during negotiations. And we are pleased to note that there are no problems in our bilateral relations. Literally all areas, as you just mentioned, are developing quite successfully in trade. We've set a goal of increasing trade turnover to $30 billion. I believe this is a very realistic target, and we will achieve this goal in the very near future. I'd especially like to highlight our cooperation with the Russian Federation in the field of nuclear energy. We're close to signing very important agreements that will pave the way for the actual construction of a nuclear power plant and our cooperation with Rosatom. This is a truly significant event, a breakthrough project. This isn't just about the construction of the station itself, but also about creating a new area of expertise. We are pleased to note the start of cooperation in education. 9 Russian universities, including some well-known ones, have opened branches in Kazakhstan. Since I mentioned cooperation in the nuclear sector, that's MEFI. We'll be creating special conditions for this university so that the faculty who come to Kazakhstan to share their knowledge have comfortable conditions. The academic building must be commensurate with the status of this university. I am grateful to all representatives of the Russian Federation's educational sector for this collaboration. I would like to note that Kazakh National University has opened its first branch, a branch at Omsk University. This is also a significant event. I pay a great deal of attention to education because I believe we must create the conditions for the youth of our countries, passing the baton of friendship and cooperation to them at the right time so that they know each other well. Of course, as you rightly noted, we began working within the framework of a single state, a single political and communitarian space. But now the young people who are coming up are 30 to 35 years old, and they haven't experienced that single state. Our task is to pass on this baton, as I put it, of mutual knowledge and an understanding of the critical importance of developing cooperation across all fronts between Kazakhstan and the Russian Federation in the new historical geopolitical reality. And our youth must understand that without this, continued existence in this turbulent world is no longer possible. The current state visit of the President of Kazakhstan to the Russian Federation largely fulfills this task. I believe this practice will continue, and I am pleased to invite you to Kazakhstan next year for a state visit. As you rightly pointed out, this isn't a matter of protocol details, but of substance. That is, we must sign new generations of documents at the highest level and monitor and oversee their proper implementation. This is extremely important. Thank you again for your hospitality.
Спасибо. С удовольствием. Приятно в Казахстан. С удовольствием.